Inhales. Hello? I am Park Bo-ok, the first Imperial Master to inherit the Imperial Code at Atomy. It's nice to meet you. The sweltering summer has passed, and before we knew it, we've entered the cool autumn season. Autumn, a truly beautiful season, means that everything is wonderfully clear and abundantly plentiful. However, I genuinely don't like gaining weight, so I'm really quite worried about that. But fortunately, I'm managing my weight very well with the excellent Atomy products. How did you come to know about Atomy? I learned about Atomy through my father. As a daughter, do you think I liked having a father involved in multi-level marketing? No, I didn't like it. I even blocked his calls for 6 years. But maybe because my parents had run their own business since I was young, I always thought that running a business rather than being an office worker was the way to become wealthy. I got married at 22, and I was running a mobile phone store. I believed this job would guarantee my future. By my mid-30s, I was earning about 10 million won a month. But then one day, home shopping channels started selling mobile phones. I started to wonder, how long will I be able to keep doing this? That question began to trouble me. And right around that time, a major event happened in my life. When I recently changed my phone, I completely forgot to block my dear dad's number, so I inevitably ended up answering his unexpected call. What do you truly think my dad, my own father, said to his long-lost daughter, whom he hadn't genuinely spoken to in a significant 6 years? He proceeded to spend a full, uninterrupted 2 hours meticulously explaining the entire Atomy business opportunity to me in great detail. The local phone shop was usually quite bustling and incredibly busy, but strangely enough and quite unexpectedly, not a single customer actually came in during those entire 2 hours. The compelling conclusion of his detailed business pitch was, let's definitely go to this important seminar. Have you, the business owners here today, heard the phrase, let's go to a seminar a lot? My dad did too. He asked me to go to a seminar for several months, but I didn't go. But there must have been a reason why I eventually decided to go to the seminar, right? Do you know what that was? It was my dad. He said this to me. He said, you'll regret it later. He said, when your kids grow up, the lady upstairs, the lady downstairs, and the lady below all went to Florida and Hawaii with Atomy. But why didn't you do Atomy, Mom? Was it because you were making us food or because you were out hiking? Is that why you didn't do Atomy? Then what are you going to say? But honestly, I had nothing to say. So my husband, when he suggested I just look into Atomy once, I said I'd attend if he gave me 500,000 won because I'd have to close my store. My husband gave me that 500,000 won. That's how I ended up attending the Atomy seminar. That day was the Royal Master Promotion Ceremony for Imperial Master Park Dong-chul. On that day, the chairman said, a truly wealthy person doesn't earn money by working their whole life. You have to earn enough money in 10 years to last a lifetime. He said that is what a true rich person is. Those words felt like being hit on the head with a hammer. I think that was the moment I started to see money differently. Up until then, I thought the world outside the window of the phone shop was all there was. I didn't realize there was a much bigger world out there. I immediately put the phone shop up for sale. And inside the shop, I started listening to the chairman's lectures all day long. For 6 years, I was against Atomy. My parents' restaurant, which was so famous it was even in the newspapers, went out of business, so they ended up living with me. Because I was against Atomy, I ended up moving out on my own. My dad kept telling me to move out. Looking back now, this is what I think. There were already so many people against it outside, and with his own daughter so strongly opposed at home, maybe he decided it was time to change the environment? Imperial Master Lee Deok-woo said this, if your spouse says, let's get a divorce, then tell them to fill out the divorce papers first and then leave. What this means is, I think that whether an environment is possible or impossible is something I create for myself. When I decided to do Atomy, all my family members were already signed up as members. Since I got married early, I didn't have many friends. Instead of trying to do something, let's just do what I can. So at that time, I looked up the schedules of the large centers in Seoul and attended lectures by myself. On days when there were no morning lectures, I found myself not wanting to leave the house. So I started going to the center at 9 in the morning, cleaning up, planning my schedule for the day, and moving forward like that. In other words, I was creating the environment where I had to do it, the environment where I could do it, all by myself. You know, people talk a lot about life scenarios. Do you know what my very first truly significant life scenario was? It was indeed moving into a house with a beautiful green lawn. When I was young, my grandmother and grandfather lived in a house like that. So I always had a longing for that kind of house. For me, it had to be a two-story house, no matter what. But do you know how things are now? Me, I moved into a house like that just last month. And not long ago, I just finished the extensive interior renovations. My very first deeply cherished life scenario has truly come to fruition. If I hadn't meticulously written down that specific life scenario, I probably never would have even considered thinking about moving to a wonderful place quite like this one. This life scenario, it's not just a life scenario for myself. It's a life scenario for my family and for everyone who loves me. The charm of this life scenario is that it can change the lives of my parents, my children, my husband, and my wife, all of them. Imperial Master Park Dongchul passed away in April 2023 due to a chronic illness called pulmonary fibrosis. Before he passed, he made his last phone call to Chairman Park Han-gil to thank him for creating Atomy. He said, "Thanks to you, even though I am gone, my family who remain won't have to worry about money." He also expressed his gratitude to his partner business owners for being with him. Everyone, did you know that with Atomy, success can come not from your own abilities, but from the abilities of others? If you don't believe it, just look at me. As for me, I was against it for 6 years. So where am I now? I'm an Imperial Master now, aren't I? Thanks to my father, who quickly recognized Atomy's vision, I'm now living a completely different life. How did I manage to achieve this after opposing it for 6 years? Even though I was against it for 6 years, the moment I decided to do Atomy, I made sure to truly understand it properly. Do you realize that your thoughts today could completely change your retirement and your children's future 5 or 10 years from now? Yes. Isn't the reason for doing Atomy, even if your family or friends oppose it, more than enough? For those of you who have been invited here and are attending for the first time, they say that being able to seize an opportunity when it first comes is also a skill. If you don't recognize it, you won't even realize it's an opportunity and you'll just let it pass by. If I had only opposed Atomy without truly understanding it, I wouldn't have been able to inherit my father's code either. I hope you will truly get to know Atomy and seize the opportunity that Atomy offers. In place of a formal greeting, I am Park Bo-ok. I'd like to wrap up by reciting an acrostic poem with my name. Would you help me with the cues? All right, let's begin. Park, I fiercely opposed Atomy. Bo, but now I've become an Atomy Imperial as if to prove a point. Okay, I shouted it from the rooftop. Dad, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. I truly appreciate your efforts and support in this matter.